play when you feeling down and it isn't, right? Play this shit right here, resuscitate your pimping and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here to spark up your home and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Whole professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them bag bitches pedal for them portions. My horse win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but getting ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dope. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They bash for hours, hooking baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the towers, and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These frauds not whips, I'm like the renegade bitches. BFF switches, but never getting paid bitches. Grenade bitches, they dynamite, blowing up on the pimping and missing when the time is right.
Welcome, man. Go ahead, wipe your feet off at the door, spit fire. I see you.
Without bitch, will strike you out. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. See, that's the difference, nigga. The pimpin' mashing for these bitches, nigga. Nothing like you master magician, niggas. Smoking mirrors with your game, hella extras to reflect the opposite appearance of a lame. Bitches coming from y'all, I can't rock with those. Tender-footed and wooded in them doctor shows. Soft shoe rituals, minute residuals. Papers on life support, your loops and criticals. Something I learned about with running my earned routes. Been working with turnouts, is murdering burnouts. Knocking one of you niggas for a scar bitch. That's knocking one of you niggas for some garbage. I'm heartless regardless. Empty with sympathy, but banked up to the max with empathy. No remedy for me, I'm like this. My life is vice grip, synced in permanent ink. You can't rewrite this. My blood type is be positive, beautifully deposited with a lot of it. I'm popping this shit, and when I pop it so hard, I make a trapping ass bad bitch wanna hold hard. Can't stop, won't stop. Popping pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Popping pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Popping pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Popping pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Come on, pimpin' man, pop that shit. Show these sucker niggas they can't stop that shit. Let these hookers know if they wanna cop that shit. Treat the bag like it's hot, bitch, and drop that shit. Yeah. Into you hoes, if you ever took a lost bitch, show these bitches how to bounce back like a boss bitch. Let them know that the best way to floss, bitch, is reach that paper to some pimpin' hoe and toss. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin' nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga.
Yes, yes. Can't stop, won't stop. Welcome, loved ones. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all already know, man, when you step into a pimp's domain, wipe your feet off at the door. What I mean by that, hit that like button, that thing that look like this. Please and thank you. Get ready to chop this game as usual. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yes, yes, yes. Hopefully everybody's having a beautiful night, a peaceful and prosperous night. while we get into this game. Yeah, man. Hopefully, y'all 2022 is starting off as well as mine is, man. You know, I must say that so far so good. Hopefully, no circumstances beyond our control make the world fucked up for us like it has the past couple of years, man. Hopefully 2022 continues to get better, man. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all tuning in. Hopefully y'all don't wipe your feet off at the door. Y'all already know first order of business over here is that we got to put some love in our body, man. It's good old love juice right here. We got to purify this game one time for the one time. Yeah, man. Yeah, I see y'all tapping in, man. You know, shout out to all the young ladies of the game, man, that's true to the game. Shout out to the young ladies of the game that, you know, got love for the game and appreciation for the game. You know, I think it's safe to say that all of the young ladies in the game have one thing in common, that they want to be good trappers. Whether or not they want to be good hoes, whether or not they understand what a hoe is versus a prostitute or a hooker or stripper or whatever the case may be. I think it's safe to say that the majority of the young women in the game want to be good trappers. They want to be good money makers. They want to, you know, they want to make the most money that they can. They want to be good at what they do when it comes to making money. But as we know, you have everything on the spectrum and all in between as far as the types of women in the game and the type of money that they make. You know, you got some great women on one end of the spectrum. You got some not so great women on the other end of the spectrum. And you have all different kinds of women all in between. Yeah, you know, you got all kinds of women all in between, man. And a lot of people don't think about what it takes to be a good trapper, a good money maker in the game. Everybody wants to be that, and everybody thinks that they're gonna be that, but not very many take it very seriously to the point where they take the time to understand what it takes to make it happen. You know, and I would say that it's part science, part art. You know, it's a science to it to a certain extent, but then at the same time, it's an art form as well. The art of breaking a trick. And not very many people are very well versed in it, and especially in today's times. You know, one of the main things about a good trapper in this game, she understands what it means to be a woman. And she gonna be a good woman. As good of a woman as she could be. She has a concept of what it means to be a woman for real. You know, she's not trying to be like the fellas. She's not trying to, you know, carry herself like a man. She's not trying to put herself in a man's position. She's not trying to earn the same type of respect that men seek to earn or that they have earned. She's just not trying to be equivalent to a man in any type of way, because she understands what it means to be a woman, and she wants to exemplify womanhood in every way that she can, in everything that she does, in every way that she communicates herself and expresses herself. She wants to express womanhood to the utmost, right? She don't want to be a man. So when I say she don't want to be a man, she doesn't want to be in a relationship with somebody, whether it's a pimp and hoe relationship or what have you. She doesn't want to be in a relationship where she's wearing the pants. She want to be a woman. She don't want to be the one in the situation wearing the pants. She don't want a man that she can control. This is a good trapper. She don't want a man that she can control. She don't want a man that she can do this with and send him over there, do this, do that. A good trapper don't want to do that. She don't want that in her life, because she understands that a man that she can control is a liability. He's not an asset to her. He's not amplifying anything good in her in any way. He's in a lot of ways a dead weight. He's in a lot of ways a liability. He's gonna slow her down. He's gonna hold her back. And she's not gonna be as swift as she needs to be in order to be the best trapper that she can be. She's not gonna be guided in the ways that she needs to be guided. She's not gonna be protected in the ways that she needs to be protected. If she's dealing with a man that she can control, and from there, putting herself in the position of a man, or at least trying to, or thinking that she can. Good trapper ain't gonna be like that, because when you accept, first of all, when you understand what it is to be a woman, and then when you accept the role of a woman, then you can tap into the power of being a woman. See, it's a lot of females that don't even have a concept of what it means to be a woman. So they can't really tap into the power of being a woman, because to be a woman is a powerful thing. It's a lot of shit that you can do. It's a lot of shit that you can make happen. It's a lot of moves that you can make being a woman and understanding what it means to be a woman, and then playing that role to the best of your ability. And this all factors into being a female being a good trapper. So you can't be the best trapper that you can be if you're not even thinking about being a woman. And because of the circumstances and the energy and the environments that you feed yourself, that you soak up, you subconsciously trying to be a man. You calling niggas bitches and all this old type of shit. You don't like to surrender yourself to a man. So you like being with a man that you can control. You like doing shit like toting guns. You know what I mean? Having pistols on you when you go to work and all this old type of shit. Everywhere you go, everywhere you moving around, you toting a pistol. Which that's shit that men do. That shit that niggas do. 9 times out of 10, if you understand what it means to be a woman and you being the best woman that you could be, you ain't gonna have a need for a pistol. And see, a lot of these chicks that's trying to be dudes that tote pistols around, they don't understand the type of energy that brings. They don't understand the type of mindset that puts them in. As I've said plenty of times before, the best weapon that a hoe could take to work with her is game. Because if a hoe take game to work with her and she's protecting herself with the game, first of all, she's not going to she's going to avoid a whole lot of situations that she can easily put herself in if she's not armed with the game, if she's not utilizing the game. See, them chicks who don't understand what it means to be a woman, and then from there being the best woman that they can be, and because of that, they trying to put themselves in the position of a man, trying to be respected like a man, trying to act like a man, trying to think they hard like a man, and all this other type of shit. They put themselves in a whole lot of dangerous situations, a whole lot of volatile situations, because they don't even understand what they doing, how they moving, or none of that, you know? So they gonna put themselves in a whole lot of volatile situations because they're not applying game. See, if you have a pistol on you, if you're a prostitute and you got a pistol on you, and you think that that's gonna be the solution to any problem that you face while you at work, wherever you at, whether you're in an in-call, whether you're on a blade, whether you're on the carpet, or whatever the case may be. If you walking around toting a pistol with you and you think that is going to be the solution to whatever problem that you face while you at work, you're not going to make nothing happen. Because now you think you tough. Now you think you can't be faded. Now you think that because you can't be faded, it's cool to just talk to people any kind of way. Because if they say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, you're going to pull your pistol out and that's going to be the solution to your problem. But that's not how a woman is supposed to move. And see, when you think the pistol is the solution to every problem while you down around at work, you're going to provoke a lot of situations. Because your mindset ain't to be a woman. Your mindset isn't to seduce. Your mindset isn't to apply game. Your mindset is to intimidate. Your mindset is, I'm tough. Your mindset is, I wish a motherfucker would. And that's not the mindset of a hoe. So, again, a good trapper, a great trapper, is going to understand what it means to be a woman. She's going to understand that, and then from there, she's going to do her best to be the best woman that she can be. And when she involves herself with a man, if she chews up with some pimping, she's going to surrender herself. She's going to choose with more than just her money. She's going to choose with her hoeing. As I've said before plenty of times, a woman, a bitch in the game, she'll give her money to anybody. Bitches pay pimps, not only, but they pay tricks, they pay boyfriends. As we know, they pay husbands, they pay limousine drivers, they pay dope boys, they pay hustlers. Bitches will give their money to anybody. So that's not very special. It's not, you know, it's not a special thing for a woman to just give her money to somebody, because they'll give that to anybody. But one thing that they not gonna just give anybody is some hoeing. See, it takes pimping to get hoeing out of a bitch. It takes pimping to provoke a bitch to give her hoeing up. It takes pimping to break a bitch for some hoeing. Yeah, that's that surrender. That's that yes daddy. Yeah, that's what hoeing is. Hoeing is yes daddy. Nothing else to it. TTG, train to go. That's hoeing. And again, a real hoe understands that. A good trapper understands that. You know, and this is one of the many things that's going to factor into a female in the game being a great trapper. Understanding what it means to be a woman. and then from there playing the role of a woman to the best of her ability. Yeah, that's what a good trapper gonna do. You know, and another thing about a good trapper, you know, she's gonna understand that she's gonna have to be proactive as opposed to reactive. Meaning she's gonna have to make it happen instead of sitting back and waiting for it to happen. See, you got a lot of females that are reactive in nature. I call it the in-call mentality. Because when you have an in-call mentality, you have an in-call approach to the game. At the in-call, what do? You react. There's not very much proactivity that can take place at the in-call. You post an ad, okay, that's proactive. But after you post the ad, you have to sit back and wait for your phone to jump. You have to wait for that. You can't make tricks, call your phone or text your phone. You have no control over when they call. You have no control over how often they call. The only thing you can do is sit back and wait for that phone to jump. That's it. And then the reality, the truth of it is, when that phone does jump, most of these chicks, they let the trick do most of the talking. Hey baby, did you want to come and see me? That's you basically saying you don't even know what you're doing. Of course he want to come see you. That's why he calling you. That's why he texting you. Why are you asking him something that should be obvious? Because you don't know what you're doing. You haven't been laced on how to be a hoe, on how to trap, on how to break a trick. You ain't been laced. You haven't been taught anything. So, like I said, 9 times out of 10, they letting the trick do most of the talking. So they sitting back waiting for the trick to decide if he want to come. And a lot of times they sitting back letting the trick decide how much money he gonna give them. All this type of shit, you know. But for the most part, the in-call mentality is having the mindset of sitting back and waiting for it to happen. You know? Because then after that phone call, you got to sit back and wait for the trick to get to you. So it's a whole lot of waiting involved. It's not a whole lot of get up and go and make it happen involved, right? And see, the sad part of what's happening in the game right now is that the majority of females that you see down and around, whether they on the carpet, fucking with the casinos and the bars, or they on the blade, standing on the corner or walking up and down the street, the majority of these chicks are outside with an in-call mentality. You know, so they in an environment, they putting themselves in an environment where in order to be a good trapper, in order to be successful outside, you have to be proactive. You got to have the mindset of, I got to make this happen. If I want to succeed out here, I got to make it happen. So they have a completely backwards approach to getting down outside. They on their crisscross shit. You remember how crisscross used to put their clothes on backwards back in the day and do their little dance and shit? That's what a lot of these bitches is doing. You know what I mean? They got a totally backwards approach to the game when it comes to getting down outside. Why you say that, Freeze? Because if you pay attention, if you in a city where they got casinos at, and you see the hoes in there and you see how they move, if you in an area where, you know, hoes is getting down in bars and shit like that, and you see hoes in there and you see how they move, if you in an area where it's a blade and this bitch is down on the blade and you pay attention to how they move, they all got one thing in common. They sitting back waiting for it to happen. They not even trying to get they not trying to get the trick's attention because the phone has all of their attention. If they not on social media, they talking on the phone. They either got the phone like this or they got the phone like this. So they can't get they can't get the trick's attention because something else has their attention. So the only way they gonna get the trick's attention is if he just so happened to ride past and just so happened to see her and think she's cute enough to pull up on her and try to talk to her. So they waiting for it to happen. Right? But see, that good trapper, like I said, that hoe, a great trapper, when she's down and around, she's going to be proactive. She's stepping outside with the mindset of, I got to make it happen. So she's doing things to get the trick's attention. So, one of the main things she's going to do, of course, is speak the right things with her appearance. See, again, them chicks that be out there whose attention is consumed by something else, so they can't get the trick's attention like they should be able to, they speak laziness with their appearance. They speak, I'm not serious with their appearance. They speak, I'm only pretending like I want some money, but I really don't care if I make some or not with their appearance. See, when you step outside, and it's crazy. I've even seen this in the casinos. Bitches going into the casino to make some money, and they got them furry flip-flops on. As I said before, everything you say and everything you do should serve as a form of communication to prove what you believe. So your appearance should be a form of communication to prove that you believe you came outside to make some money. So them bitches that wear them furry flip-flops, whether it's on the blade, whether it's at the casino, the bar, whatever, you're speaking with your appearance that you don't really care if you make money. You hope you make some money, but it's not a big deal if you don't. You're not intentional about making money. That's what you're communicating with your appearance. When you step outside with fucked up nails, that shit is so like cool nowadays. That shit is such a trend. I see so many bitches nowadays with their nails not done, their nails fucked up. You communicating that you're not intentional about breaking on the trick. You just hope that he has pity on you and gives you whatever he feels like parting with. You're going to take it. When you got a fucked up hair situation, whether it's an old ass weave that need to be redone or some cheap hair or, whatever the case, you communicating that you're not intentional about breaking on the trick. But see, again, that great trapper, that woman that's out there serious about breaking a trick, who has the mindset of being proactive and making it happen, she's going to take the time to get herself together so that she speaks, I want to break on you, with her appearance. Yeah, I'm giving you a reason to break yourself to me. I'm giving you a reason to give me everything. That's what she's going to speak with her appearance. So she's going to have the right kind of shoes on. Her dress code is going to be right. She's going to have her nails done. She's going to have her hair done. She's going to have her eyebrows done. All that shit. She's going to take the time to look right so that she speaks with her appearance. You need to break yourself to me. With her appearance, she's speaking, the only way you're going to have me is if you break yourself. And then when she opens her mouth, that's going to be another form of communication to prove what she believes, which is, yeah, you need to break yourself. I'm not taking just anything. You got to break yourself fucking with me. You dig? So, like I said, this is the great trapper who understands that she got to be proactive and not reactive. So, she's going to speak the right things with her appearance. And as well as speaking the right thing with her appearance, she is going to do things to get the trick's attention. See that hoe? Man, I'm giving up too much motherfucking game on this shit, man. Hey, but it's okay though. You know why? You know why I don't have a problem giving up this game? Because I know that the people who's not meant to be successful, they not gonna do nothing with the game anyway. You dig? But again, that hoe is proactive. She understands that acknowledgement is encouragement. Acknowledgement is encouragement. So if you acknowledge the trick the right way, you're encouraging the trick the right way to come to you and break himself. So the hoe's gonna be doing things to acknowledge the trick and let him know that, yeah, you got action at me. You got action. So when the trick pull up on her, she gonna go from there. She gonna make it happen. She's gonna dictate the conversation. Not aggressively, not with an attitude, not disrespectfully, but professionally, hoishly, seductively. That's how the hoe is gonna direct the conversation. That's how she's gonna dictate the conversation between her and the trick. She's not gonna leave it up to the trick to make the date happen. She's being proactive. So when that trick pull up, she taking charge of the conversation right away. She telling him how it's gonna go. She ain't waiting for him to tell her how it's gonna go. She's being proactive. Right? So, like I said, the great trapper, she's going to understand what it means to be a woman. And from there, she's going to be the best woman that she can be. Also, she's going to be proactive as opposed to being reactive. Listen, it's 165 of y'all in here, but only 109 of y'all done wiped your feet off at the door, man. Do a pimp a favor. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. What I mean by that, hit that like button one time. Step outside the chat. Hit that like button. Step back into the chat. You dig? Another thing that the great trapper is going to understand about being a great trapper, she understands that the trick is not her friend. She's not out here to be friends with a trick. She's going to keep it business and not personal. The encounter between a trick and a hoe, the hoe is always going to keep it business, and she's never going to allow it to become personal. The hoe is never going to allow it to be a personal encounter between her and the trick. She's going to keep it business-like, right? So, because she's going to keep it business-like and never personal, she's not going to have mercy on this trick. See, a lot of hoes that ain't professionals and they not great trappers, they have mercy on the trick. Why? Because they're not confident about what they do. And they self-esteem is low. So because they're not confident about what they do and they don't believe that they're important enough, you know, they think that you know, being friends with the trick, being nice to the trick, having mercy on the trick is going to make him want to pay her. And no, that's only going to make the trick want to get over on you. That's like putting a drop of blood in a shark tank. That's what you're doing when you start being nice to the trick. When you start being friendly with them and you're not keeping it professional. Yeah, you dropping blood in a shark tank. And when they smell blood, they're going to sink in. As I've said before, another thing that the good trapper is going to understand is that this is a battle of the minds. Her mind versus the trick's mind. So when you start being nice to the trick in his mind, he's going to understand, okay, I got this. This battle is won. It ain't even a battle. She's not even putting up a fight. She not even sparring with me accordingly. You dig? So one thing that the not so great trappers do when they being nice to these tricks and being too friendly with these tricks, they let tricks touch on them. In the midst of trying to convince them to date them, they letting tricks touch on them. They letting tricks grab their ass. They letting tricks play with their pussy. They letting tricks grab their titty. They kissing tricks in the mouth. They're doing all of this in order to try to convince the trick to date them. Which anybody with any kind of sense would understand that, you know, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna get you nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, friends to the end, hidey ho, ha ha. You trying to get your child's play Chucky doll on with the trick. You know what I mean? Hi, I'm the hoe, and I'm your friend to the end. Hidey ho, ha ha ha. Nah, bitch, that's gonna have you hidey broke. Ha ha ha. You know what I mean? That's gonna keep your motherfucking ass broke. Being nice to that trick, he ain't never, see, that's what you don't understand. He's never gonna be nice to you. A trick's whole objective, if you give him an inch, he gonna take a mile. So his whole objective is to play you out of position. If you allow him to, he's gonna play you out of position every time. See, let me tell you what tricks would do if they had their way. If tricks understood that when they hit the blade, that they gonna have it their way, and the hoe is not gonna object to them. Like if they knew that they could pull up on any hoe that they wanted to, and you know what I mean, ask the hoe, I could do whatever I want, and all the hoes gonna say, yeah, do with me whatever you want. This is what the tricks would do. If the tricks had it their way, they would pull up to the blade, pick the hoe of their choice, turn her into, you know what I mean, their personal fuck doll. Whenever they feel like busting a nut, they gonna bust a nut with her. They gonna turn her into the girlfriend. They might even have a kid with her. You know what I mean? Start a family with her and all of this type of shit. And then when they get tired of her, they gonna throw her away and go get another fuck doll of their choice. In an ideal world, this is what tricks would do. And it's sad, but it's true. A lot of girls allow tricks to do this type of shit. Not that simple and plain, but essentially that's what they allow tricks to do. Trying to be nice to them, trusting them, making it personal with them. Nah, a great trapper, she's gonna be respectful to the trick. She's not gonna be disrespectful to the trick, but she gonna keep it professional with the trick. See that great trapper? She's gonna communicate to the trick that he gotta take her seriously. Yeah, I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna respect you and everything, but you got to pay me. You got to respect me too. And the way you respect me is by breaking yourself. Not giving me whatever kibbles and bits you feel like giving me, but giving me whatever hunks and chunks I want you to give me. That's how the great trapper is gonna carry it. Yes, she's gonna communicate to the trick. Yeah, you gotta break yourself. I'm gonna respect you and everything, but you gotta respect me too. You got to put some respect on my horn. And the way that you do that, you got to break yourself. So all of that, you know what I mean, when the trick pull up on you on the blade and you walking up to his car door and you bending over and letting him smack you on the ass, then you turn around and pull your titties out and let him grab all on your titties and shit and then drive off and he just got a free feel. And like I said, a lot of these tricks be having cameras on their cars or in their cars to record this type of shit so they go home, play it back, and bust a million nuts to that shit. You just gave them some free content. Yeah, that's what you get for being nice to the trick. That's what you get for not being the type of hoe that got no mercy for a trick. Having too much mercy on the trick. That's what you gonna get. But that great trapper though, man, that great trapper, she gonna sink her teeth in that trick's neck. You know what I mean? She out for blood. She gonna make that trick break himself. One way or another. You dig? So again, the great trapper is gonna understand what it means to be a woman. The great trapper is gonna do her best to be the best woman that she can be. You dig? The great trapper is going to be proactive as opposed to being reactive. She's not sitting back waiting for it to happen. She's going to make it happen. The great trapper has no mercy on the trick. The great trapper is going to keep it professional with the trick. She's never going to be personal with the trick. She's not out there to be the trick's girlfriend. She's not out there to be the trick's friend. She's not out there to be his fuck buddy. She's out there to break him. And that's going to be reflected in everything that she says and does. With respect, of course. She's going to respect the trick, but she's going to make sure that he respects her as well. And not respects her as a friend, not respects her as a girlfriend, not respects her as a fuck buddy, but respects her as a hoe. That's what the great trapper is going to do. You dig? She's going to take her horn seriously. You dig? It's 201 of y'all in here, man, but only 137 of y'all done wiped your feet off at the door. You mean to tell me, you know what I mean, that 68 of y'all, or 64 of y'all, excuse me, wait. Okay, so it's 138 of y'all done wiped your feet off at the door. So 63 of y'all came up in here, man, and you tracked some bullshit up in here, man. Don't tell me you tracked that lame shit up in here from that lame video that you accidentally stepped into, you know what I mean, earlier, you dig, and didn't wipe your feet off since. You accidentally stepped into a sucker's video, you know what I mean, and got some of that bullshit on your mud, didn't wipe your feet off, and then you stepped into a pimp's domain. Shame on you, man. Go back to that motherfucking door, step outside the chat, wipe your feet off at the door, hit that like button, step back into the chat so we can resume with this game. You dig? Yeah, man, the great trapper is a beautiful thing. The great trapper is a strong woman. And see, a part of being a strong woman is being a team player. Not being selfish. So the great trapper, she understands what it means to be a team player. See, because when you a team player, as I've said before, you appreciate people above things and all things. A team player has an appreciation for people. So their people skills are going to be on point. So they're going to know how to command the goodness out of people and, get people to, be beneficial to one another. But see, that selfish individual, that not so great trapper, they're going to be selfish. They're going to allow their emotions to make them selfish. As I said before, a lot of females in the game, they was that cousin or that friend that when you went over their house, they had a toy box full of toys, but when you tried to touch one of them toys that they ain't touched in 5 months, they coming over there like, that's my Barbie. That's my toy. Wasn't even thinking about it until you came over there and grabbed it. That's my Legos. That's mine. Wasn't even thinking about them Legos till you came over there and touched it. Yeah. That same little girl done grew up and carried that same mindset into the game. She wasn't taught how to share. She wasn't taught how to be courteous. She wasn't taught how to be considerate. She was allowed to remain selfish and stingy as a child. So she grew up and carried that same childish mindset into adulthood. Now she being stingy with her money. She being stingy with whatever man is in her life. She being stingy with her time. She's being stingy with her efforts. She being stingy with everything. And as a result of that, she mishandles people everywhere she turns. The man she got in her life, she gonna mishandle him because she don't have no consideration. She don't know how to be considerate with that man. She don't know how to cooperate with that man. So she gonna be selfish and she gonna mishandle that situation. Same thing with wifeys that she may have. She don't know how to be a team player. She don't know how to cooperate. So she gonna be selfish. She gonna mishandle her wifeys and cause friction with them. And on that same token, when she out there trapping and dealing with tricks, she gonna be selfish. She ain't gonna have no consideration for the trick. She ain't gonna try to have no understanding about this trick. All she thinking about is herself. So within her thinking about herself, she's not at all thinking about what it's gonna take to break this trick. See, because when you selfish, you don't think about understanding anybody else or anything else but yourself, because it's all about you. And when you selfish, you don't understand that in order to get cooperation from people, you got to understand people. And you have to at least give people the impression that you understand them and you feel them, that you have some type of empathy for them. You got to at least give that impression when you're dealing with people in order to get cooperation out of them. And the great trapper, she understands that. So she gonna know how to get cooperation out of that trick and make him break himself or put himself in the position for her to break him. Yeah, the great trapper, she gonna understand that. You dig? She gonna get cooperation out that trick. The great trapper, she's gonna have cooperation with her wifeys. And another thing about the great trapper, She not gonna do a whole bunch of socializing outside her household. You know what I mean? The great trapper understands that, you know, bitches outside her household 9 times out of 10 gonna be jealous. They not gonna mean her any good. They gonna have ulterior motives, all type of shit. You dig? So she's gonna have cooperation with her wifeys. She's gonna welcome new wifeys. When new wifeys come into the household after her, she's gonna make them feel at home. She's gonna make them feel a part of the family. She's not gonna be jealous. She's not gonna look at them as a threat because she's secure within herself. Like I said, she knows what it means to be a woman, and she's being the best woman that she can be. So the great trapper, she's not gonna see a wifey as competition or a threat. And she's gonna do her best to give that same energy so that the wifey who's coming in sees what's going on, and you know, now she's provoked to give the same type of energy that you giving her. You dig? And now you encouraging one another. You know, y'all worthy rivals of each other. Y'all not in competition. See, competition, you trying to beat them. You trying to make sure they lose so you can win. But when you have a worthy rival, y'all motivating each other. You're not trying to beat them so that you can win. See, if you got a worthy rival, you understand both of y'all can win. And y'all motivating and inspiring each other to be better. Oh, damn, this bitch out trapped me tonight. She made 3,500 and I made 3,300. Okay, that's cool. You know what I mean? I hope she makes 7,000 tomorrow because I'm gonna make 15,000 tomorrow. You know what I mean? And they gonna fuck with each other like that. And provoke greatness out of each other. This is the way it's supposed to be with wifeys. You know? They're not going to hate on each other. They're not going to try to cause friction between the wifey and they folks by over here with him lying about her and over here with her lying about him and all that type of shit. No, that's that selfish shit. That's that petty shit. That's that feeble-minded shit. That's that shit that's not going to get you anywhere. It's going to hold you back. You dig? But like I said, that great trapper, she know how to be a team player. And see, one thing about a team player is going to do their best to bring the best out of everybody on the team. That great trapper, she's going to do her best to bring the best out the pimping. She gonna make the pimping feel great about pimping on her. You know? And she's gonna do her best to bring the best out of her wifey. She's gonna make the wifey feel great about being her wifey and both of them getting pimped on by the same folks. This is what a great trapper gonna do. Can you imagine what that type of energy flowing through the household is gonna do? See, a lot of chicks, the only thing they know how to do is be selfish. So they can't imagine anything bigger and better. They can't imagine anything greater. They can't imagine themselves being greater, and they can't imagine being a part of something greater. But you know, Pimp just painted a picture for you though. Yeah, I just painted a picture for you. You dig? I see y'all getting them likes up a little bit, man. Continue to get them likes up, man. Continue wiping your feet off at the door. You dig. King Eric, good looking with the $5 holler. You dig? We just bought 2 more limousines. Dig the fuck out of that. Yes, indeed. Bill, good looking with the $2 holler. You dig? Praise God for this glorious game. Salute, Freeze. Salute to you as well, Bill. Good looking. Divine Drake, good looking with the $5 holler. You dig? Yeah. Yeah, man. You know, so like I said, that great trapper, she gonna understand what it means to be a team player. You dig? Because when everybody on the team has the mindset of a team player, then everybody is kicking around good energy, good vibes. Everybody is provoking greatness out of each other. Everybody is provoking each other to be better and only get better. When you're a team player, you don't have time for anything petty or small, like jealousy or drama, unnecessary drama. Yeah, when you a great trapper and a team player, you don't have no time for that type of shit. You dig? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and chop this game up for a few more minutes, man. Continue getting them likes up for a pimp, man. At least get the likes to 200 before we get up out of here. We at 175 right now. Another thing about a great trapper is gonna have an appreciation for time. See, when you take your time seriously, when you value your time, you're gonna do things to make the most of your time all the time. See, them girls that's not so great trappers, that don't have a concept of or an appreciation for time, that don't value time, they waste a lot of time. Just like people who have a lot of money that don't value money waste money. Who don't understand the power of money, they waste money. So on the same token, the types of females in the game that don't value time and understand the power of time, they waste time. So a hoe that wastes time and don't value time, she gonna spend most of her time while she's supposed to be working in her phone. You dig? Again, back to the 24-hour theory. You know what I mean? If you knew that you only had 24 hours to hoe, and after these 24 hours, you will never in life be able to hoe again. You will never in life be able to catch a date. You will never in life be able to receive some money from a trick. You only have this 24 hours to break on tricks to the best of your ability. Do you think that that individual is going to be in their phone while they down and around at work? Nah, they're not going to be in their phone. They ain't going to have time for that. You dig? They going to be in a hoe's place, which is in the trick's face. They're going to be making the most of their time because they know that they don't have all the time in the world. You dig? So that great trapper, she understands that she don't have all the time in the world. That great trapper, she knows she ain't gonna be young forever. And that's that chick that's down on the blade right now as we speak, that's in her phone. And Trix is riding up, pulling up on her, trying to date her, but she got her attention towards the phone. So the trick can't really get her attention, her full undivided attention to make it happen. Yeah, she thinks she gonna be young forever. Before she know it, she gonna be an old motherfucker looking at that same phone. She gonna be looking at the phone 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later, doing the same shit. Then one day she gonna snap out of it and realize, you know, time is a terrible thing to waste. And she gonna look at it like, damn, I wasted a whole bunch of time in that motherfucking phone. Then she's gonna be thinking about all the money she could have been making with that time that she spent in the phone, while she was supposed to be spending that time making money. You dig? All good things come to an end. And what a lot of young people don't realize, because they're young and they haven't lived life very much, everything that you got going on right now, you're not going to appreciate it until it's gone. When your youth is gone, and like I said before, gravity start working against you, and, you know, certain body parts start sagging, you know what I mean? They ain't sitting up right and tight like they was before. You know, you're going to appreciate that youth. You're going to appreciate them young days when you was able to just get up and go and run around and do all the type of shit that you ain't going to be able to do now that you older. Yeah. So don't let it be a situation where you have to wait until you get old to appreciate time. Don't wait until you get old to have to appreciate your youth. Appreciate it now, because it's not going to last forever. See, you might not like it, because those of y'all who trying to be like men, see, this is something that you don't understand about men. You know, men, you can be an old ass man, as it's been said before. You could be an 80-year-old man and go get a 19-year-old female. But how many 80-year-old females do you see with 19-year-old men? You ain't gonna see that. Because for a man, you know, it's still so many ways that he can be beneficial even at 80 years old to a young female. Shit, he can get a young female pregnant probably still. He got a better chance than an 80-year-old woman getting pregnant by a 19-year-old boy. He got a better chance of getting that young female pregnant and giving her a kid. You know what I mean? That 80-year-old man, you know, he's going to be able to teach that young girl certain things, you know what I mean, about being a woman. That 80-year-old woman, she can't teach no young man, you know, things about being a man. You know what I mean? Certain things she probably can, but, you know, it ain't going to have the same effect as a man on a young woman. You dig? So I say all of that to say, you know, while time is on your side, while you young in the game, make the most of your time. You dig? So understand what it means to be a woman. And then from there, be the best woman that you could be. This is the great trapper. The great trapper in the game understands what it means to be a woman. And she's being the best woman that she could be. The great trapper, you know what I mean? She understands what it means to be proactive as opposed to being reactive. So she's making it happen as opposed to sitting back waiting for it to happen. This is the great trapper. The great trapper, she knows that with a trick, it's business, never personal. So she not going to have no mercy on the trick. She ain't out there to be friends with the trick. She ain't out there to be boyfriends with the trick. She ain't out there to introduce the trick to her kids. You know what I mean? And the kids know him by his first name and all that shit. Nah. The great trapper ain't doing none of that. This trick ain't finna know nothing about her except her name, you know, her whole name. You know what I mean? Diamond. That's all the trick knows, that her name is Diamond and her phone number is, you know what I mean, 800-304 3044. You know what I mean? That's all the trick know about this bitch. You know what I mean? The great trapper is also a team player. The great trapper appreciates people. And therefore, she does the right things to maintain her relationships with the right people. And from there, they can bring the best out of each other and provoke greatness out of each other because they all on the same team working towards the same goals. You know, and also the great trapper, she has an appreciation for time. You dig? She gonna make the most of her time because she knows she ain't gonna be young forever. And when she get old, she ain't gonna be able to do most of the same things that she's able to do now while she's young. So the great trapper gonna make the most of her time. You dig? She not playing. When she down and around, she ain't spending the majority of her time in her phone. She ain't spending the majority of the time talking on the phone with some bitch that's just like her, and they both complaining to each other about the nigga that they fucking with because he ain't shit and all this. You know what I mean? The great trapper ain't got time for none of that type of shit. You dig? So yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Let me finish this love off on the way out. As always, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for wiping your feet off at the door. I appreciate you for commenting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell when you subscribe. I appreciate the super chats. I appreciate the cash apps. I appreciate your support in every which way that you come with it. You dig? Yeah, man. I hope this provokes somebody to be a great trapper, you dig? And not a cold capper. Don't be a cold capper, be a great trapper, you dig? If you out moving around, please do so in a safe fashion. Holla.